Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video, and today we're going to see how to draw a heart with a 3D effect. To draw a heart, it is quite a simple task, but for those who have some difficulty, you can start with, for example, a square, just like this one. A square, a rectangle, depending on the shape you want for your heart. Also, it depends on the size you want, but the important thing is that the square is slightly above the sheet of paper you're drawing on. In my case, I like to start from left to right because I use my right hand manually. If you use your left hand manually to draw and you want to start from the right to left, feel free to do so. You just have to change the order, the shadow, the side. Anyway, you can decide the best place for you to start making a drawing. Right here, we already have a square. Now we can divide it vertically in the middle. If you want to use a ruler, that's okay, feel free to do so. And from here, we will pull a line, a curved line, so it stays at the same height. It is important to do just like this. We want them to be at the same height. So like this, you can make the heart drawing and adjust it in the way you think it is best. The size, the shape. Some people prefer a slightly narrower heart. Some prefer more rounded shape. Anyway, feel free to do it the way you think it is best. After that, you can erase the excess graphite. Now I'm going to erase the excess graphite of the lines and do it again with a finer line. And now guys, we're going to make the border that will give the three-dimensional effect to the heart drawing. Right here, we're going to draw a line. In parallel to it, we're going to do the same thing right there. If you have any difficulty in doing it freehand, for example, and that is not exactly parallel so that the distance is not the same, you can use the ruler and measure it right here. For example, I'll use 3.5 centimeters. And I use 2.5 centimeters right here as a distance because I'm going to make the shadow mark. So there will be two lines This one here will be part of the heart's edge. And the second mark I'll use to make the shadow's edge. So I'll take the main points right here. Okay, I mark it. I'm going to do it right here. Also, the second marking. Okay, now we have all the markings that we need. I'm going to join all these points. I'll just mark the shadow right here, but later we will work with it better. But anyway, we have a shadow right there. And now guys, we're going to make a mark. I'll mark right here on the edges 1 centimeter on each side. And why this mark? We want to mark the lines because we're going to draw horizontal lines. Horizontal lines, just like this, like notebook lines, you know? The same thing I do here. And to draw the lines, you can use a blue pen or a blue pencil. Anyone you use will do. I'll use the pen, okay, and I'll do it right here. I adjust the ruler at each marked line and draw. And now I draw the line indeed. When you get close to the hard drawing, you have to be a little more careful, okay? Because the line should not enter the inside of the heart. Not even the shadow. Not the shadow, guys, the edge actually. The shadow, you can go through it, but anyway, you can draw the line just like this. That's okay. Now guys, we are going to work with the inner part. Only in this part right here. We won't do the edge detail yet. We're going to create some details right here, a little bit above the line we made, outside the heart. It doesn't have to be, perfect. And you can use always the line you made initially as a good guide for you to mark here too. You don't have to mark the division because we are going to base directly on these lines we have already marked. And now guys, we're going to join the line from the inner part of the heart drawing to the outer part. But look guys, it won't be straight. It will be at an angle with the line of the edge of the wall, okay? So you join right here with the ruler and make the mark. Just like this, guys. Now we're going to shade, okay? We're going to mark a shadow right here on the edge of the drawing. I'm using a 5B pencil, but you can use any other. I like to use darker pencils from 4B and above in this part, okay? But a 2B, for example, can also give you an interesting result. 3B, it is okay also. Anyway, you can use the pencil you have at your disposal. There's no specific rule, okay? You don't have to make the lines vertically, horizontally, or diagonally. Anyway, I just recommend you that you don't press the pencil too hard on the paper to avoid leaving marks. But the pencil direction doesn't matter. And here are work ingredients. This part that I want darker, as I approach the middle, I'll lighten it a bit, and I'll leave it partly white. I'll go over it lightly and then darken it again. After marking with the pencil, I'll use the tissue now. Those who follow the channel are already familiar with the tissue. Any kind of tissue will do, and I'll do this much of the pencil that we marked earlier. And here we have the marking of the darker part. I kept this shine. And this shine, guys, in fact, you can reinforce it with your eraser later, if you find it necessary, okay? I prefer to leave it a little darkened so it doesn't look too artificial. And here I finish the marking, the detail of the shadow. I'll use the same pencil. In the middle, I'll leave it a little darker, and as I approach the edge, I'll keep it lighter. And now let's smudge to make the detail of the shadow as natural as possible. And you can use the eraser to adjust this detail. I don't like to leave the shadow to define it. I always like to make a little more smudge, so I use the tissue again. And now guys, with the drawing finished, we're going to mark a vertical line. Right here in this part. Just like this right here on this left side of the heart, in the middle of the left side. And we are going to cut this part. And as I always recommend, guys, be very careful in this step, okay? Okay, now we have the paper right here, and I had a camera problem, so I'm so sorry you guys didn't saw I'm cutting the paper. But anyway, it is a very simple process. You just have to, cut the line that we made, and of course respecting the shape of the heart and cutting until the end, okay? From one part to the other we can cut. And of course the heart will respect the shape. But anyway, as you guys can see, we already have a 3D effect right there. You can see that we have a very illusional effect, but I had a camera problem, so I apologize guys for that. I'm so sorry. But anyway, you guys will agree with me that this is a very simple step. You just have to cut it, so that's okay. Anyway, we have our drawing finished right here, and if you want to see the 3D effect, you can, move your paper, you can look for different angles, and you will see the illusional effect, the 3D effect. A very nice drawing, and as you move it, as you move your angle, you see a different drawing. This is the magic of the 3D drawing. And you can get different views, different visualizations of the drawing. And that's it guys, that was our drawing for today. I truly hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in our next video lesson, okay? Thank you.